iOS 16 has been unveiled. So today's video, we will do our own reveal of our top 10 new features from iOS 16, which is the software system the next iPhone 14 will ship with. Number 10 being properly live wallpapers, well, sort of. You still cannot get full motion video wallpapers like you can on Android, but you do not get animated wallpapers while navigating from the lock screen to the home screen. It is a function that Xiaomi has had for years, but it gives the iPhone a much-needed boost of personality. Number 9 is the new wallpaper gallery. So now you know that if you want to constantly find new wallpapers, your only real alternative is to visit the App Store and download one of those free wallpaper apps that offers you an advertisement every time you click a button. Apple is currently attempting to implement this feature internally, so when you go to choose a new wallpaper, your phone will show you a blend of fresh wallpapers and photographs you have already shot that it believes are a good fit. Oh, and because we become easily bored with our home screen, you can now set it to shuffle so that every time you check your iPhone's lock screen, a new wallpaper is instantly applied. Number 8 is Messages. Messages has also been improved, a fairly easy upgrade that will likely affect quite a few individuals. You can now amend sent messages in the event that, for example, you misspell the word. You can undo messages and designate a message thread as unread. But this is where things get interesting, because more significant than wallpapers and messages is how iOS 16 enhances the general intelligence of iPhones. And that's what we'll touch on for number 7, the intelligence of the iPhone. You may be aware that you can interact with the text within an iPhone photo, but with the latest iOS, you can also stop a video and interact with the text within any frame. You now have new camera shortcuts that enable you change currencies and translate text in real time. Moreover, we find the visual lookup option to be even cooler. It allows you to touch and hold the topic of a shot, such as your puppy, and then instantaneously separates the subject from the backdrop, so you may paste it into other apps, such as messaging. And finally, dictation is now more sophisticated when using speech-to-text on an iPhone. Punctuation and emojis are now included automatically. Number 6 is sharing. Let us discuss sharing, as we have the idea that Apple is currently doubling down on this feature. First up is photo sharing, which attempts to solve the problem of each member of a family or group of friends having their own set of photos, but never the complete set of photos that everyone has taken. So iOS 16 now creates a shared iCloud picture library with up to 5 people, and you can configure the conditions that determine what gets shared to that folder, such as the place where a photo was taken or the people who are actually in it. You now have the ability to shoot photographs directly to a shared iCloud library from within the camera app. It is really convenient, but there is a good chance that you will reveal information you did not intend to. Sharing is not always a sign of caring. The messaging app places a lot more focus on sharing content. So, for example, SharePlay, which allows you to watch movies or use apps simultaneously with pals. You can now access SharePlay apps directly from messaging. Oh, and in addition to ways to increase the amount of information you share, Apple is also attempting to make it easier for you to reduce it with a feature they call Safety Check, which is designed for victims of abusive relationships to quickly stop sharing their location, reset their privacy settings, and sign out of iCloud and Apple Messages on all their devices except the one they are using. Number 5 seems like kind of a huge deal, and it's to do with Apple Pay. In the near future, it will be possible to just touch 2 iPhones together to transfer money from one user to another. Then there is a feature called Apple Pay Later, which we consider to be absolutely enormous. It essentially allows you to pay for an Apple Pay purchase in 4 equal installments with no interest or fees. So when you make a purchase, Apple pays the full amount of that purchase to the vendor, and then over the course of the next 6 weeks, it deducts that amount from your account. It is almost as if Apple is turning into a bank. In addition, they are laser-focused on growing the Apple Wallet. Speaking of which, number 4 is the Apple Wallet. You can see that the ultimate goal of Apple's iOS initiative is to replace your physical wallet. So, for instance, they are currently collaborating with various states and municipalities to ensure that your Apple Wallet may carry your driver's license and your keys. Now, your Apple Wallet may hold your hotel, business, and residence keys, similarly to a physical key, which you could remove from your wallet and deliver to someone else. You can now just send someone one of your virtual keys using Apple Messaging. Just take care not to send them to the incorrect contact. Number 3 is the new Apple Maps, which is also kind of exciting. Now, just to provide some context, we are mostly Google Maps users. We enjoy how it is not focused on being completely streamlined, but rather on incorporating as many features as possible. However, there is enough new content coming to Apple Maps that we are eager to give it another shot. There is an updated 3D perspective that accentuates buildings with improved elevation and detail, and judging by the demos they showed us, it looks absolutely insane. Even with a varied aesthetic based on whether your phone is set to light mode or dark mode, we believe we need to see how it looks in more everyday, typical, rural settings before making a final determination. However, there is more. You may now design a route with up to 15 stops in advance on your Mac and then transmit it directly to your iPhone. This is actually something we would use. It will save me the couple of minutes it takes to re-enter the information on my phone. Additionally, you can view the fares and pay for the fares of any public transportation within the Apple Maps app. One of the things that we're most excited about, though, is how iOS 16 handles notifications. So naturally, notifications is number 2 on our list. We believe its primary objective is to lessen the perception of spam. As a result, alerts now appear at the bottom of your lock screen rather than near the top. Also, we assume we are not the only ones with a handful of programs that try to ping me roughly 10 times every day. If you use sporting apps, you will receive a fresh notification literally every time even the smallest event occurs. Therefore, iOS 16 divides them. It places these activity-based alerts in a distinct live activity section, makes them more concise, and lets you to configure them so they do not annoy you as much as notifications that demand your attention. Before we get to number 1, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Tech Titans for more content like this. At number 1, and the most significant change we see in iOS 16 is the lock screen. The personalization of the lock screen has been a long time coming, but it is finally here. When you press and hold the screen, the editing mode is activated. It is an Apple-centric and relatively restricted experience. You cannot alter the screen's fundamental layout, nor can you move the camera symbol or the flashlight icon. But in typical Apple fashion, customizing is quite simple. You may change the color filter used to the wallpaper, the text font, and the text color with a single swipe. If you do not like the automated settings that Apple has chosen for you, you can tap on any piece to customize it manually. The phone is able to discern the numerous layers within a portrait mode photograph and sandwich the time between them. The appearance of music has changed with larger album art and widgets. In iOS 14, Apple added widgets to the home screen. In iOS 16, widgets are added to the lock screen, and they are not just reused versions of the same widgets. They are fresh, new, and tailored to fit better. In addition, you may now have one lock screen for when you are at work, complete with work alerts, work wallpaper, and work widgets, and switch to your personal ones with a single swipe. A few of these capabilities are not new to smartphones, but the fact that they have been simplified here suggests that many more people will begin utilizing them. That's our top 10 features of iOS 16. Give this channel a like and subscribe for more upgraded tech content.